A San Mateo man is lodging a complaint against Facebook's new suicide prevention program.
Yeah, he claims it landed in police custody. And 7 on Your Side's Michael Finney is here tonight with a remarkable story.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. A couple of weeks back, it was widely reported that Facebook had launched a new suicide prevention effort. Now, those reports weren't exactly right. Facebook has been working to prevent these tragedies since 2011. But recently, it did up its game. 2 weeks ago, Facebook expanded its suicide prevention program.
If you're using Facebook and you see a post from one of your friends that makes you concerned about them, the process is fairly straightforward.
Users can click an arrow in the corner of the screen and contact the poster, other friends, or a suicide prevention hotline.
And the fourth option? Ask Facebook to take a look at the post. Your name will be kept confidential.
Shane Tush considers himself a citizen activist. Media reports of the Facebook project, he says, prompted him to test the system. He had long been in a legal battle with his mortgage bank, so he says he vented those frustrations on Facebook. He posted, "I have decided to take my life in some very public way," and hanging myself from the Golden Gate Bridge.
So I was just making a statement, it was more against the banks, and to bring awareness about what's going on.
One user checked to see if Shane was okay. Another contacted the San Mateo police. Shane wasn't home, but he heard of their visit and went to the police station.
I actually said I'm expressing my First Amendment right, and I was not a danger to myself or anybody else.
Police say they made an assessment independent of Facebook and took Shane into custody. He spent 72 hours under a mental health watch. Even his wife couldn't get him sprung. Is he suicidal?
No, he's not.
You didn't have any concern at all?
No. He's a stay-at-home dad. He takes care of our kids. If I had any doubt whatsoever, he wouldn't be watching the kids.
Shane says this shows the Facebook program is overreaching, and he has an ally in Consumer Watchdog. Jamie Court heads up Consumer Watchdog and wrote to Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, saying the consumer group is concerned with the lack of safeguards in place to guarantee that errors in the system don't cause reputational, bodily, or other harm to consumers.
Once you put a label on people in a social network or outside a social network, and you start to treat them as though they're suicidal, whether they are or not, that is the practice of psychiatry. And you put the burden on the social work infrastructure and society to deal with what might be just an errant missive on Facebook.
Facebook worked with mental health professionals when designing the program and says it has an obligation to help those in this serious need. Consumer Watchdog says, let this be a warning to you.
You basically can be imprisoned by what you put on your Facebook page. If you say the wrong thing and someone flags you for being suicidal.
So remember, even though you're posting in cyberspace, real-life consequences can occur, like a 72-hour lockup.
Good to know.